What's up guys, SCGame22, and today's video is probably going to be the most important, informative, and helpful video I've made so far. That is because I'm going to be showing you my class setups, some tips that I follow before I enter any match, and just my general philosophy about playing Modern Warfare 3, ranking up your gun, and getting good. Now these tips, they're going to help you, be at the number 1 and 2 spot pretty consistently. But if you're expecting to go 97 and like 12 like Fear Krads is, that guy's super ridiculous. Check the link out. I'm going to post it up right now. But that guy's really ridiculous. But that type of KD and score is not realistic unless you I don't know, playing this 24/7 or just have like a crazy gift. But if you just want to be consistent, be better than your friends, be better than most people you play with, then you're going to want to follow these tips. And let's go ahead and get into it right now. Okay, so let's get into probably the most important thing, your class setup. Now, I have my class setups in like a style of a rusher. Now, the way I determine, if you don't know if you're a rusher, you should be probably asking yourself, these questions. Where can I see the most enemies at? Where are the enemies spawning? Where are my teammates dying so I can kill that guy that's killing my teammates? If you're not asking yourself those questions, you're probably not a rusher and you're probably a different playstyle. But if you are a rusher and you are asking yourself those type of questions, then these are the type of class setups that you might want to look into. Generally, when I use one gun, I have two of the same gun. So, for example, I'm using the ACR, right? I have two class setups for that. One is for when I play a weaker team and I know I could use those XP points to rank up my gun. And another one is when I know the other team's good and I want to do good against them. So I give myself, I set up my class with the best chance of doing well. And so that's why I have two classes. Same for my SMGs. I have two classes, one assault rifles and another SMGs, because you can't use SMGs on every map and you can't use assault rifles on every map. But generally every map falls into one of these two categories, right? Assault rifle or SMG. And so moving on, when I do use SMG, I have a couple different setups. Here I have they're all monster or whatever they're called here, but this first class is made so when I do face a weaker team I could rank up my gun. But since this gun is golden, I don't really need this anymore. But when I was trying to make this golden, I used this class when I was facing a weaker team. Just a regular rapid fire, no silencer, and just a regular sight, and I was ranking it up that way. When I know the team's super weak, I would go for the mob, and I would have a mob, and I would use this mob class. And then finally, when I did face a strong team, I would have my monster class, which I knew this was one of my favorite weapons, and I knew I could do well with this. So, before every match, I would determine the other team if they're good or not, and then that just depends on what kind of class I would use. So you should probably set it up like that. One class that if the other team's weak, you could make it so that you could rank up your gun and get that golden gun. And then another class that is going to be good against another good team. So you might be looking at this and you're seeing Sleight of Hand Pro, Assassin Pro, and Stalker Pro. I know some people have some, I don't know how they feel against Assassin Pro, but if you look at some other big time channels and who get like 97 and 12, like I mentioned earlier, Fear Krads, he uses Assassin Pro. And as long as you're not abusing it, as long as you're not camping, then I think you're okay. And especially for my style, when I'm rushing and I'm like in the enemy's backyard, you're gonna need to be hidden kind of so you can get those high kill streaks. And so that's why I use that, and that's my excuse or reasoning to using an Assassin Pro. But yeah, going back to the main idea, guys, if you're going to use one gun, try to make two. One for when you face a weaker team, and one so when you face a strong team, you can use that. And also, when you do want to get a golden gun, you might want to make one class that helps you have those different attachments so you can rank up your class faster or rank up your gun faster. And the other ones, if you feel you could get a mob, you have your mob class on. And also your other class when, like I said before, when you face a strong team. Now you might be wondering, how do you how do you know you're facing a good team and how do you not know? Well, here we go. So when you're finding a game, let me get into a domination game. Hopefully it does doesn't take me right in there, but let's figure it out. When you're getting to a game, there's obviously the barracks. You know, gosh, it took me into the game. There's obviously the barracks. You know, option on the side, and there you could see, you know, everyone's score, everyone's time played, everyone's, you know, amount of kills or KDs, all that, whatever. Okay, you could probably even determine it from here, but I'm not even gonna play this game. Let's see. Okay, so right now, just looking at the screen, I mean, you could already tell what team is stronger. Not just because the other team has a lot of kills, but just look at the prestiges on the other side. They have, you know, 3 prestige compared to like 2 prestiges over here, and there's less players. So obviously you're gonna want to put the class that's like stronger, that's gonna give you the best chance. But let me even go further into this and show you like even more, you know, factors that lead into what classes I pick before every game. Alright, so finally, so before this match starts, you go to barracks, you go to leaderboards, you go to kills, you press triangle or whatever it is on yours, it's the top button, and you go to filter, you go to lobby members, and there you can see everybody's KD. So from here I see if people are good in this lobby, and they're not good in here. I'm the highest KD right here. So then I look and see, so I already know like this basic lobby isn't that good. So if it were me, I would be using a class that is a like I'm gonna prestige my class or something, you know, not prestige but level up my class. So something that has, you know, other attachments that I can use that I wouldn't normally use against, you know, a stronger team. Now a stronger team I would consider to be like, you know, someone with a team with high KDs, and then also a lot of prestiges. So that's when I know that I should use, you know, maybe a silencer, you know, stuff like that, because they're good at sound whoring and doing all that stuff to, you know, get you. But that's how I determine what, you know, class to pick before any match. And also that's also what gets me kind of mad too, because you see someone with a high KD, like something like, I don't know, I seen this guy with 3.0 or something like that, something really high, and literally the whole match I was killing him because I'm a rusher and he was camping the whole time. I mean, man, he's a big time camper. He was so, man, he was getting me so mad. But yeah guys, that's how I determine that, and let's go ahead and get into some other things too. Okay, hopefully you liked this part 1. Click the question mark if you want to see part 2, and that's where I go into challenges, perks, kill streaks, and attachments and stuff like that. Alright, and also if you don't want to see that, go ahead and click interactive gameplay and also duel and some other videos I made. Alright, thanks guys.